Hey guys and gals, I am back for a video, kind of a different video. I wanted to do a response to Vinyl Richie's Gimme 10 albums from the year 1980. So I really liked his video, and I know that Bill at the Vinylverse has also done a response. So I wanted to join in the fun and put my 2 cents in there. Now some of these I'm going to be showing RCDs, but you guys know that I just started collecting vinyl early this year, so I have a lot of missing pieces. You know, I've got a lot of buying to do, but CDs will have to suffice for a few of these. I hope you guys are okay with that. I'm going to start with the CDs here. The first one, now some of these have already been mentioned by Bill and Vinyl Rich, but you know, they are kind of necessary albums in my opinion as well. So that's why I'm going to be bringing them up again. The first one Rich mentioned, and that's X, Los Angeles, their album Los Angeles. Now this is the deluxe CD I bought many years ago. It's really good. This is quite a debut from this punk band. Now I really like the vocal interplay between Exene Cervenka and John Doe. I think it's very unique to them. It's what makes them unique. Also, I like Billy Zoom, the guitarist. But yeah, Exene and John don't really harmonize the way that most bands do. And I know I watched a documentary on them, and Exene didn't really have formal vocal training. I don't think she did anyway. So their brand of, you know, the duo vocals, the harmonizing is different from what you normally hear, but that's part of their appeal for me. So you got lots of great songs on this. Johnny Hit and Run Pauline, they do a great Doors cover of Soul Kitchen, Nausea, and of course Los Angeles. And The Unheard Music is another favorite, so great punk album from 1980 right here. Next CD I want to show, excuse me, is Kaleidoscope from Susie and the Banshees. This is their 3rd album. This is actually my introduction to the band. And I don't know, after I heard this, I really did fall in love with them. So the song on here that I absolutely love is Hybrid, and it has like a saxophone bit running throughout the song. I don't know, it's so good. The drumming's good. Happy House is another good song. Christine, this is just a great listen from this dark band, where they can be pretty dark. Alright, I have to mention the Jam sound effects. This is their 5th album. This is actually a British import CD right here. This is my introduction to the band as well. What can I say about this? I know that Paul Weller was very influenced by the Beatles' Revolver when he wrote this album, and that's pretty evident when you listen to it. Great songs on here, Pretty Green, Monday, Start, and I think they had a pretty big hit with That's Entertainment. But it's a great pop album, maybe a little power pop. So yeah, I really like that one. On to the vinyl. Of course, these are all not in the order I want them. All right. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so Vinyl Rich also mentioned this. It's the Pretenders. I had to bring it up. This is probably in my top 30 albums of all time. It's, wow, what a ride you're on when you listen to this album. Chrissie Hynde, I love her vocal delivery. I always have. I was lucky enough to see them. Well, I don't know how many original members were left on the tour. This is back in 2015 or 2016. Chrissie was definitely there, but I don't know if any of these guys were still around. You know, it's kind of punky, in your face. You know, do a Kinks cover of Stop Your Sobbin'. Brass in Pockets on here. I love pretty much the whole first side. To me, that's the highlight of this, but it's very worthy of a listen. And Nick Lowe produced it. Outstanding album. All right, next I'm going to mention Split Enz, True Colors. I know there's different color variants to this, and this is mine. There's a track listing if you can see it. I've got the etched vinyl. I showed this in another video, but it's cool, you know, showing it again if that comes across. The Finn brothers were in this band, you know, from Crowded House, and I Got You was probably the big hit from this, but it's interesting lyrics on here, great instrumentation. It's a pretty fun album, kind of poppy, so that would be my next choice. Went to Chris's collection for the next one. How can you not mention Devo? 1980 Freedom of Choice. Whippets on here, and every song is fun. We especially like the drumming on this album, so this is a favorite of ours right here. Bill and Vinyl Rich also mentioned this one. How can you not mention Talking Heads Remain in Light from 1980? This is pretty essential from that year, right? Just, you got that wide range of musical styles and rhythms. You won't get bored with this album. It is such an interesting journey when you listen to this. From David Byrne and crew. Let's see, we've got 3 left here. Okay. Got the Romantics self-titled debut next. Oh, I've got this from Patman 1966 and a VCLT a few months ago, so I keep the notes. What I Like About You on here, Tell It to Carrie. It's a great power pop album right here. Pretty essential in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with Pete Townshend's Empty Glass next. Of course. I don't know if the track listing's gonna come through on there. One of my favorites from Pete. If you're into Pete Townsend, I did a Who, both a Who ranking album video and a Pete Townsend album ranking video, if you want to check those out. But so on here you've got Rough Boys, Let My Love Open the Door. My favorite song on here is A Little Is Enough. It is a gorgeous song, gorgeous songwriting, and you know, just chords used in that song. So Pete was going through some difficult times when he wrote this album, you know, struggles with alcoholism, maybe drug addiction, and relationships, maybe a failed marriage. So deep stuff here from my favorite artist of all time. All right, last, we've got the Soft Boys, Underwater Moonlight. I don't know why I sung it like that, you guys, but this is definitely one of my favorite albums ever. Robin Hitchcock, this is their second album, Underwater Moonlight, and I've talked about this before, but it's just a brilliant album. I Want to Destroy You, Positive Vibrations. I love the guitars, and I got the hots. Old Pervert's Funny, Queen of Eyes. It is, the guitars on this album, if you haven't heard it, I strongly suggest you, you can probably stream it on YouTube or Spotify or whatever, but it's a quirky album. You know, you got Robin's quirky lyrics and just jangly guitars throughout. It's, your ears will like it, I'm pretty sure. So, all right, I think I've got 10 there. I have one honorable mention because I don't have this on any proper format. It's a burned CD, but it's the Damned, the Black album. Wait for the Blackouts on here. I love that song, and overall it's a good album, but I'll get it on vinyl some point. Also, other honorable mentions, Dirty Mind from Prince. That's probably my favorite Prince album right there. I need to get it. And the Feelies Crazy Rhythms. I don't have that yet. Tons of good stuff from 1980, you guys. This is really fun. Hope you guys liked it. And that's it. I have, as I mentioned before, a super awesome haul. Hopefully I can film that later this weekend or early next week. I have maybe 1 or 2 more to listen to, so hopefully I get to do that. It's gonna be epic. To me, it's epic, so stay tuned for that and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Bye.